Hello everyone, welcome to Mystic Jade's Taromancy. Today we are asking Spirit what you should focus your energy on, and we are doing so in a pick a deck style reading. We have three very different decks here. This one is more like aliens, outer space, and the oracle deck we will use is the Mystical Martians, so alien themed. And then we have this one, which is your Inner Voice tarot deck, which is going to be a lot more introspective, and it has very like direct focus messages on each card. And on that one, with that one, we will be using the Dreamscape Oracle deck, which is very like pretty and whimsical and like dreamy. Maybe not whimsical. Yeah, whimsical, dreamy. And for the third pile, we have the Celtic Dragon Tarot. And for that oracle, we will be using the Fairy Wisdom Oracle, which has both fairies and dragons. So we have a lot of different types and styles of energies for you to connect to and really get the most out of what you need to hear today. So go ahead and focus a second on the backs of each of these cards and decide which one you really connect to, and we will go from there. Hello, Pile One. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump right in to what you should be focusing your energy on at this time. We're going to start with an animal oracle card per usual. We have the Snow Leopard, Self-Reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So right now, you really need to focus on inner healing and building up maybe a better sense of independence. I feel like maybe you have gone through something recently that has left you feeling a lot more alone, or in recent years you found yourself seeking solitude rather than being around a lot of people because you find comfort in just being alone and trying to heal your heart from whatever this potential separation was. This is a reminder that despite what you may think, you're very good at using your intuition and listening to your inner voice. But sometimes it's like you listen to it, but you don't always follow through. So this card is letting you know that you can cloak yourself when needed, so that you can use magic to cloak yourself when needed so that you can follow through on these things, like kind of like a fake it till you make it energy, because you've been in such this place of solitude, and there is something in your spirit that is really ready to break out of that because you've done so much healing. But this is a reminder that you have the ability to cloak yourself in almost like a mask of anything you need to in order to make it through these situations, so that you get used to being out in the world and interacting in a more genuine way eventually again. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards have. All right, we have Four of Wands, the Fool, and Strength. Yes, this is wonderful. This is beautiful. So you right now, you are kind of on this precipice of a new way of life, a new way of thinking. You're ready for change. You're ready to come out of this dark place and really, like I said, interact with the world again. Like you really want to take the leap and just go for it, but something in your spirit keeps holding you back, and you're trying to figure out why you just can't be normal again, why you can't interact with people without thinking of this situation or comparing the conversation or the person to whatever this situation or person is that you are missing or grieving. But Spirit is asking you and letting you know that it's okay for you to take the leap. It's okay for you to go out and create new friendships and new bonds and new relationships. You have a team of soulmates around you. Even if right now you feel alone, if you put yourself out there, you will find your team of people that make you feel joyous and fun, and that really bring out the best in you, that make you want to bring out this like dancing, joyous energy. Or you may already have these people around you and they've been trying to pull you out of this, but you just haven't been ready. But now you finally have the strength to pull through and persevere whatever these holdups have been. You have this strength to say, I can do this, and to know that you have the power to do this, and that you're okay, and that you are surrounded by people who love you and are just waiting for you to be ready. I have a feeling that you have been asked out on many coffee dates or movie dates or just like casual hangouts, and you accept and then cancel, or you accept and then never follow through, or you just straight up say, I can't. You make an excuse, or, and like not even a good excuse, like I need to wash my hair today kind of excuse. Like, it's time to let go of those excuses and really follow through. Take the leap. Your friends are waiting to catch you, and they are your power and your strength as well. Like, you have been living in such this space of solitude that spirit is asking you to finally come out and have this strength to persevere and push through. You are surrounded by love and lightness, and your wishes are coming through and coming true again. You're walking into a new phase of life. You're walking into new feelings of love and happiness. And spirit is really just waiting for you to take the leap. Okay, let's see what the oracle cards have. We have third eye, visions, manifesting, and meditation. And we have Nephilim, controversial, assessing, and new perspectives. So especially with this card, it's asking you to take on these adventures, challenges, friendships, relationships with a new perspective. Let go of the expectations that you had in the past. Let go of trying to find something or someone exactly like you had, because right now is a time for you to assess and change your perspective so that you can walk into these new facets of life. You are an incredibly powerful manifester, and you see things, you know things. And I feel like you don't tell people that you know things, you just do. And you see visions through your meditations, and you see the things that you are going to manifest in the future. You just have not been willing and ready to take this step. It's time for you to release your fear and truly open your third eye to the path of acceptance beyond those visions. Truly believe what you see is meant for you, because it is. And it's just about having a different perspective. Okay, we are going to pull out some tea leaf cards for you. Let's see what tea leaf messages we have for you, pile one. Where do you need to focus your energy right now? Where does pile one need to be focusing their energy right now? Get back to the basics. Yes, get back to who you were before this heartache started. Get back to the basics of what made you happy, and get back to the fundamentals of friendship. Don't put can't talk right now. Find yourself getting back to the fundamentals of friendship. Get back to the basics of relationship. Let go of the expectations that you have, and just know that things will work out and they will be okay. What other messages do we have for pile one? The tea card here. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. This is who you have been. And you've been really, I feel like it's almost been like months or years of you really dragging your feet on the necessary change that you need to make to let go of whatever this energy is that you've been holding on to, whatever is that like has been making parts of you feel depressed, like you can't like keep going. And you know the mule never really stops. They just keep going and going and going, and it's a sense of like being unwilling and like stubbornness and unwillingness to stop and change and unwillingness to let go of what you had because you're just so upset that you don't have it anymore and you don't understand. And it's like a, I don't know, maybe I'm rambling, but it's like a feeling of like I had everything I wanted and now I lost it and I have to rebuild, and I really don't want to, and I'd rather just live alone and be free. But that only takes you so far, and that like only lasts for so long before you feel like you need to have your people around you again. And it's time for you to have your people around you again and get back to the basics of what really makes you happy. Okay, one last tea leaf card. One last tea leaf card for pile one. Like it's down here in the corner. Sorry, hold on. This little pile right here. What do we have? Cool. Do not back down from opposition, so show strength and fortitude. That's, don't back down from your inner, from like, I'm getting like angel devil energy on your shoulders, but like it's the devil telling me like, you don't need people. You don't need people. You just like, everybody hurts you. Everybody hurts you. You don't need people. Stay away. And then the angel is like, no, it's okay. You deserve love. You deserve joy and happiness. And this is like, show the strength that you have inside you to persevere against that quote unquote devil energy, that dark, shadowy inner voice that you have that's been really keeping you in this dark place. Like, do not back down from this new energy that's been building light inside of you, that's been really encouraging you to get yourself out in the world more. This is like, do not back down from your inner voice that's telling you to keep going. That's what this is. It's not like outside opposition. It's not opposition in friendship. It's not opposition in relationship. It's inner opposition. Do not let the wrong inner voice take over and put you back into this place. You deserve happiness, friendship, light. You deserve good things. And for one final message, we are going to pull some colors. What colors are currently surrounding the people who have picked pile one? I think that's a few, so we'll probably take those. I like to pick them out, but those really jumped out. Okay, so we'll take those three. Jade, Act Now, New Age Evolution, and Buttercup Sweet Surrender. Beautiful. So the time I feel like I'm getting like, it is summer and it has been beautiful. Hot, yes. I mean, it's not technically summer yet. We're still in spring technically until the end of June. However, this reading is timeless, so disregard any of that if this is not, if you're not finding this in the summer. But like, whatever season it is, whatever energy it is the energy that you are striving to work the best in. And it is time for you to act now in that energy. It is time, if it is summer, when you're watching this, it is time for you to act on these summer beach vibes. If that's your energy, whatever you like to do, right now is the time to get out and do it. Right now, people are really seeking community, especially in these trying times. We are out seeking community and relationships that we really connect to on a deeper level. So right now is the perfect time for you to get out there and really work on being your authentic self and creating and building these new relationships. You need to be focusing on creating, rebuilding, cultivating, there's another word that I'm looking for here. Not managing, not nurturing. You really need to be nurturing your closest relationships right now, and so that you can get yourself out there and out of this dark place, because right now it is time for you to really surrender to your evolution. Look at what you are becoming. You're no longer a single shade. Like, you are becoming a multi-dimensional being. I mean, you already are, but you know what I mean? Like, you're really tapping into becoming and accepting yourself, who you are, accepting your gifts, accepting your ability to heal and let go and understand whatever this was, why ever it left, it's no longer meant to be here. And if it's a death, I am incredibly sorry in saying that. You know, I mean that in the lightest of ways, but it's in the sense of like, this energy is no longer yours to carry, even if it is a death. We never stop grieving in our own ways, but we always evolve in the way that we grieve, and we grow and we find our way to really live in the day-to-day life again, while still remembering the soft moments with this person. And that's okay. But right now it's time for you to evolve into the next version of yourself, and you are ready to take the leap. You just need to act. I think that is all that I have for you now, Pile 1. Thank you so much for hanging out for this reading. Please be sure to like and subscribe. As you can see, I'm just starting out on my YouTube reader journey, my tarot journey, here on YouTube. So your interactions with my videos really are incredibly important right now, and are the way that I am going to grow. So if you can make sure to do all the things, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading about what you should be focusing your energy on right now. We are going to go ahead and just jump right in. We're going to start with an animal card per usual. And I apologize if you hear kids playing in the background. I live by the pool, so I'm doing my best here. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see what animal currently has a message about what you need to focus on right now. Patience. We have the heroine and patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So I have a feeling that a lot of you possibly chuckled. Maybe like I just, if I made a little chuckling noise, I know sometimes I can't remember 20 seconds ago, but like I feel like a little like, of course that's what I need to focus on is patience, because I've been popping off, or I've been angry, or how, where you need patience in your life. If you felt yourself do a little like, of course, you know what I mean? I hope you catch the energy that I'm putting out there, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so you really need to focus on the ways that help bring you back to a place of balance, so that you can feel more patient in your interactions with others, and especially with yourself. I'm getting a lot of not self-sabotage, but like inner critic going on, and you need to have patience with yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect, and we all start somewhere. So just focus right now on really what it is that you need to practice more patience in. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards have. I only intended to pull 3, but a 4th one snuck in there, so we're going to go with it. The Sun. As spirit in expression, I move through my life boldly and joyfully. We have the 8 of Swords is what this would be. Disempowerment, isolation. As I forgive myself, I forgive others with ease. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Manifestation, opportunity. I rejoice in abundant possibilities. And then we have the King of Wands. In faith, I move forward and discover possibilities. This is, I feel like, okay, this is why you're having trouble having patience with yourself, because your mind is in so many places. I feel like this is such a mixed bag of cards. We have a very powerful major arcana. We have swords. We have pentacles. We have wands. Like, and it's your mind. It's almost like your mind, your inner voice, your inner monologue, your whatever your inner thought process is, can't keep up with everything that you're throwing at yourself. You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. And all in this name of trying to feel and look and be successful. And Spirit wants you to know, like, it's okay to slow down. You don't need 15 different paths in order to be successful. You don't need 15 different paths to keep you so busy that you don't have time to even sit down and heal and work on your inner patience, like your inner self. You don't have time to even think a thought for yourself because you are so busy moving, going, shoving, not shoving in a bad way, but like persevering, one foot in front of the other all of the time. And like Spirit is like, whoa, sit still for a second. Stand in one place, look around at everything you have going on, and remember to have gratitude for yourself and what you have built. And that will lead you towards patience in trying to juggle all of this, because you are so hard on yourself, because you're like, other people can do it all, why can't I? They're not, babe. They're not doing it all. They're looking like they're doing it all. What if you are comparing yourself to a conversation with a friend, somebody on social media? What you're getting is, one, only what they want you to see, and two, just that little snippet of their lives. Like, this reading is gonna be 20 minutes of my day, and that's all you're gonna get. So you don't know about the other 23 hours and 40 minutes of my day. You don't know what my struggles are. You don't know what other struggles are. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, like, don't believe everything you see, and don't hold yourself to an unrealistic standard because you're comparing yourself to what you think everybody is achieving and doing. And even if these people are achieving and doing it, they're doing it with an insane team behind them, and you're trying to do this mostly by yourself. It's not possible. So just take a deep breath and understand that you've got this, and everything is going to be okay. And you need to work on having the ability to forgive yourself for any kind of shortcoming, a missed text message, a missed email, I'm getting very like busy businesswoman who's constantly like, as soon as they sit down, they've got a message to respond to. They've got like, they thought they were going to take a moment to themselves, and then all of a sudden they open Instagram and boom, they've got like 10 messages to reply to. Spirit is letting you know it's okay to let those messages sit for another hour or two, day or two, so that you can take a moment of solitude, so that you can work on healing your inner self and working on having patience with who you are, and not with who you are, but like having patience with just with yourself and everything that you have going on. You have an incredible ability to manifest opportunities for yourself. All of your little startup avenues are going to go somewhere, are going somewhere with just as much effort as you are putting into each one of them. But that's also to say that maybe you need to let go of ones that aren't doing so well and really truly focus on one or two that are really driving your business forward. Even if one of them is like a little passion project, maybe keep it on like a side or whatever, but
be okay with forgiving yourself for not being able to take on 15 different business avenues. 15 is probably an exaggeration, but you know what I mean? Like, you're so eager and you have so many visions and you're so ready to just be this incredibly successful person, and Spirit is like, dude, sit down and look around. You are. Like, I'm getting 9 of Cups energy. Like, you need to sit in your 9 of Cups energy. You need to sit around for a second and look at all these cups you have up on the shelf that are shiny and polished and working for you and bringing income in for you. And like, all of these things that you're doing are working. And it's not because like you're grinding and working hard and grinding and working hard and grinding and working hard. Like, yes, that's what got you here. But now you're at a point where, like, okay, let me take a breath. It's okay if I take a breath. It's okay if I put this one on pause or if I stop this one, because I need to learn to have more patience with myself. Because what's also potentially happening is your lack of patience with yourself is seeping into your lack of patience with whatever family situation you have at home. You might be a little bit snappy because you're tired and overwhelmed. You may be having somebody calling your name and you're like, dude, can you just give me a second? But it's constantly, dude, can you just give me a second? Because it's just next business task after next business task after next business task. Then it's a life task. Then it's a relationship task. Then it's this task. Then it's that task. And it's like every time somebody interacts with you, it feels like it's just going to be another task. So you're just like, oh, snap, leave me alone. You can't be that way towards your family. You know what I mean? If you don't relate to this, please just let it go. These messages are only for certain people. Like, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm not saying this message is not for you, but you know what I mean? Like, certain people are going to relate to certain parts of the reading and not to others, and that's totally okay. Leave what resonates, take what doesn't. I mean, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm starting to ramble. This is like your energy is just making me go like, la, 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 la. Like, just, woo, let's take a deep breath together. And really just take a moment to have patience and chill. Okay, let's move on to the oracle cards and see what they have to say. And we're going to pull some additional oracle cards on top of that. So we have the White Owl, wise, old, intuitive, and the Elephant, memory, sharp, also very wise, old, intuitive. Like, this is the energy that you carry into these businesses, and your ability to be successful and abundant. It's because you've been around this earth a few times. You know how this shit works already. Like, you know what you need to do and you're doing it, but you're just lacking, you're letting go of the you've let go of the ability to see how successful you are and have gratitude for yourself in that. With the White Owl, this sentence here, they have extraordinary long range vision for hunting prey. This is your ability to see things through and really, I mean, like, see your goals for like the long haul. Like, you have the ability to see that you taking on these small tasks or one step here, like, all of this builds the foundation. Like, each step you take is a brick in your ability to really go and grow for the long haul. And that's what you're trying, like, feel like that's what you're like, you're really in this place right now of like building this brick by brick of brick, like this brick by brick path for this long-term goal that you have in your mind. And you have like this really sharpened ability to know that you're going to manifest exactly what it is that you see at the end of the brick road. And it's like right now you're just building that path brick by brick by brick. And the White Owl is kind of asking you to maybe take on new perspectives in your spiritual practice to help you like build that pathway in maybe not such a physical way. Like ask spirit for help in building this path. You don't have to build each brick physically by yourself. You know what I mean? Like you have the ability to lean on spirit. You just are so wrapped up in this, like, I want to say material world, but not in a bad way, but you're just so wrapped up in this like cycle of just like going, workhorse, new path, new idea, new avenue, new this, new that. Like you're not taking the time to really sit with yourself and with spirit, and you're not asking spirit to help you build a brick. Like you're asking spirit for guidance, but you're not asking spirit to, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but like you don't have to build all these bricks by yourself. Spirit can build some bricks for you. You just haven't given them the opportunity because you haven't necessarily asked in the right way, and you're not taking time out to build your spiritual practice. You're just working your spiritual practice. You're not building, you're working. And they're asking you to sit for a second and rebuild and reconnect with these guides that you have and your deities. And as soon as I say that, whoever it is that pops into your mind is exactly who is asking you to sit down for a second and work with them. And if they popped in your head so quickly, you already know what you need to do to work with them. And if not, you know you need to research it in a book. They want you to do books, no online searches. So just know that you are incredibly spiritually inclined, spiritually powerful. You know that because it is helping you build this, but spirit is really asking you to sit down for a second and let them build a brick. With the elephant is asking you to really reach out to the people around you, and maybe your social circle, or like maybe new friends or connections that you're making, to help you take on some of this like weight that you're dealing with. You have some really loyal people around you that you have not necessarily allowed to help you because it's a little bit of like control and wanting to make sure that things come out and work out exactly as you desire and exactly as you envision them. But spirit is letting you know that it's okay to lean on the people closest to you and that are most loyal to you to ask for help in times of need, and when you really need somebody to maybe take on something else for you. It's okay to lean on the people around you. And I feel like you have a fear of doing so because something inside you, your past, your childhood, like a past relationship, like something inside of you has made you believe that you can't trust people to work things out the way that you would like them worked out. But you need to give people a chance. Everybody is different and everybody works differently. So give people the opportunity to be there for you, because you have a very loyal circle or very loyal, tight-knit group around you that have been wanting to help you, and you just have not like had the patience to allow them to do so. Okay, let's get into some tea leaf cards. Let's see. What messages do we have for pile 2? What do they need to be focusing on now? Pig, beware of greed. Okay. Get a few more out here to clarify our message here. Wall, misunderstanding. Okay, this deck is not always nice. Like I have to ask it to please be nice to me sometimes. Not usually for readings, but if these messages are coming out, then there's something you need to hear in this. So we'll see. What does pile 2 need to focus on right now? And don't worry, these will not be the final messages of the reading. Kite vacation. Okay. So I feel like this may be something in your energy, like not to call you greedy, but it's almost like a sense of like, well, if I let other people help me, then I have to let other people in on my success, and I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to, I don't want to say necessarily give my money away, but I'm not ready to give my energy away. I'm not ready to, or I can't afford to let other people help me, or what. It's just like something in the energy of this is like, this is mine and I don't want other people touching it. And when you like kind of when you act and behave in that way, you're stifling your energy, you're blocking your energy, it can only go as far as your energy allows. But when you let go a little bit and you allow other people in your energy, and they give you this idea or that idea, or they provide this perspective, that can be really valuable to you. And you have been very kind of closed off to that kind of information previously. And this wall of misunderstanding, I'm going to put it here over with this patience, because I feel like it's coming in of this, like, you're misunderstanding people's approach towards you, and it's what's providing this lack of patience. Like, you're kind of fed up and done with people trying to give their opinions or intrude or this or that, and it's kind of like a little bit of a stubborn energy, and it's causing misunderstanding and arguments, and it is definitely contributing to your lack of ability to be patient with maybe the people in your home. So you really need to work on changing your perspective here. And I'm sorry if I'm calling you out. If you don't relate to this, please let it go. I kind of just say things as they come out of my mouth when it comes to readings, because these energies, these words are not always, or they aren't usually directly coming from me or mine. Like I don't want to say I'm quote unquote channeling, but like I'm in a frequency right now. So I'm just speaking. So if you don't relate, please just let it go and allow the people that do relate to receive the message. So moving on, and just as I was saying, is you need to sit down for a moment and really enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like, really enjoy the picture that you have created for yourself. Like, not everybody can start all of these avenues of businesses and be successful and then have to sit there and look at it and choose, like, okay, well, which one of these is really bringing in the lowest numbers? Can I afford to pause on that so I can focus on something else? Most people afford in a like a idea sense to do that. Most people have one or two that they really focus on and go and grow with that. You have all of these. So Spirit is really asking you to sit down, take a breather, maybe take a vacation, and in that vacation, kind of let your mind wander and be free, work on healing, work on forgiving, and work on really centering on the avenues and business paths that really call to your soul and that are really providing you the most abundance in not only a financial sense, but in a spiritual, familial, like just in all embodying experience. Which one of these avenues really feeds your soul? Okay, we are going to pull some colors, and then those will be the final messages of the reading. What colors are currently surrounding the energy of pile 2? Colors are currently surrounding the energy of pile 2. We have paradise, heaven on earth. Himalayan pink salt, or Himalaya, pure love. And we'll get one more color for pile 2, please. Oh, we need just one more. final color for pile 2. What message, color message do you have for pile 2 for what they should be focusing on now? Okay, ancestry and family. Okay, interesting. So you really need to focus on whatever is riling up this patience energy here. Sorry if all of these finger movements are weird. But you need to work on whatever is going on in your family. I'm getting heavy, like this lack of patience is something going on in your family or in your home that is really riling your spirit. It's like you're great when it comes to business, work, energy, like building business, building wealth. You're great at that. But there's something going on at home that is really like kind of infiltrating everything and really focusing on this lack of patience that you are embodying. You have the ability to create your own heaven on earth. Look at all of this amazingness that you have built for yourself. You have the ability to work in a different level and sense of gratitude for yourself and for spirit because you have been handed things that not everybody gets. And spirit is asking you to remember that you create your heaven here on earth. You influence what's going on in your family life that riles up the energy and makes you feel like you're living in hell. Change your perspective. Understand that you embody pure love and you want to that's almost like what's that's not almost it's not almost that is what's riling up this energy here, is that you just want to feel pure love, and whatever is going on here is like making you feel a lack of pure love, and it's really like riling up your energy and riling up your soul. There's some change that you need to make in your home, whether that's in yourself, within yourself, or within somebody who lives in your home, that is making you feel a lack of love. Like there's some change that needs to happen there. Sorry, my sentence changed midway, I think. There's some change that needs to happen in your home so that you can embody this feeling of heaven on earth and pure love and really get these businesses and business ventures further than you could have ever imagined. That path is going to be built red brick by red mother effing brick. Like you've got this, but there's something in this energy at home and in your energetic like spirit that is creating this lack of patience that's knocking all of this off a peg. Okay, I feel like that was kind of intense, and I'm sorry if it was. Like I said, I kind of just go because I'm just speaking from insight and intuition and life experience all mixed in one. Okay, I think that is all I have for you today, friends. I apologize if any of this message was a little bit rough to hear. I lack a filter, I guess, when reading. So I hope that you've heard the messages and you've received the messages that you needed from this reading, and the parts of it that you feel are not for you, that you have the ability to let them go and continue on. All right, my friends, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. Leave some indication that you picked pile 2, just anything right now, especially because I am brand new to posting on YouTube. So any interaction that you make with my post really contributes to my growth, and that is incredibly important to myself and my channel at this time. So make sure to do all the things and come back for more readings later. Bye-bye, friends. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, where we are asking Spirit what you need to focus on right now. If you hear any kids playing in the background, I apologize. I live by the pool. We're doing the best we can here. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to start with an animal spirit card and then go ahead and move forward. We have dolphin, play. Oh, my little guitar. Oh, if you play an instrument. Okay, so that means something. If you play an instrument, you may have been, is that a guitar or a violin? Excuse me, that's a violin. Okay. Anyway, it's an instrument. My point still stands. If you play an instrument, you may have stopped or let go of it, or you're thinking of picking it back up. Do so. Right now is the time for you to focus in on your creative energy. Right now is time for you to focus on the things that bring you happiness and joy and play. You've been very, like, I don't want to say you've been like very buried deep in this place of darkness. Like, maybe you have. If that resonates, take it. If not, move on, continue with what I'm saying. But just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, is my point. Spirit is asking you to go back to the things that really feed your heart and soul with happiness and joy. Like, find ways to feel youthful and to play and to laugh, or just go back to the things that really fed your soul. And if that was an instrument, this message is definitely for you, and Spirit is asking you to pick up that instrument again, or keep going if you're already working with that instrument, because you're working in, like, you're feeding your soul, you're working in your purpose with that instrument. Okay, let's get into the tarot. We have the Three of Cups. So that is, like, in a normal tarot, the Three of Cups is three people dancing around in like a joyous circle. So this card is like, if you are in a band, if you are considering something like that, considering some sort of like group with whatever it is that's making you happy, some sort of team setting, go forward, go ahead with it. You are stepping into, by feeding this playful energy, you are renewing like your sense of emotion. Like, you are reigniting your ability to handle your emotions in a different way. This playing and youthful energy is providing you a different emotional perspective, and it is leading you towards more emotional stability and growth. I feel like this is like so much water energy, like all of this water energy. So if you are a water sign, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, stick around, because this is definitely for you. This is heavy on the water energy. But you are literally, okay, so hold on, I'm getting some messages here. Okay. In picking up whatever this is that you, whatever creative venture, creative hobby, musical adventure, whatever it is, when you pick that up, if you are not currently partnered, if you don't currently have like a best friend, if you don't currently have strong connections, doing that will lead you to the connections that you're looking for. You're going to find a synergy with people that you never thought possible. You're finding your people. By reactivating and coming out into this world in this sense of youthfulness and playfulness, you're going to be a magnetism and a guiding light towards the people who are meant to be your team and are meant to be around you and are meant to be your most loyal people. If that is a new, like, loving relationship, like, get ready, friend, because this person is going to be the person that really helps you find that level of emotional maturity. They're going to support you in a way that you didn't understand was possible, that you just considered like a wash. Like, no one is ever going to be able to handle my emotions in the way that I need to be handled. And I'm going to say something a little mean. It's not anybody else's responsibility to handle your emotions. However, this person, these people are going to help you find balance when it comes to the way that you handle your emotions. They're going to show you examples of emotional maturity. They are going to guide you and carry you through this path of coming into emotional maturity and being better able to handle your emotions as they come and go in and out with the flow, as they splash in and make waves in your world. Like, you're going to be able to really find an easier way to calm your waters with the support of other people. And doing so is bringing you into this sense of like wholeness, completeness, family. Like you are really going to finally step into a place of like complete happiness. You know, you're going to feel fulfilled in a way that you haven't before. And if you don't have your family setting yet, all of this is walking you towards that. All of this focusing right now on, this is like the baby steps. This is like step 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Focusing in on this energy is bringing you into this level of mastery and completion. Like it's bringing you into your family setting. You're going to meet your partner, or you're going to come into a better place of growth and in a healthy relationship with your partner, because whoever these friends are that you meet, I'm so sorry if you hear that baby crying, but I don't want to stop because I'm in like a flow state. So I am incredibly sorry. If I can take it out somehow with the magic of production, which I am not skilled at, I will. But like I said, I live by the pool, so I can only control so much. And I have all the windows closed, so I don't even know. Like, anyway, continuing. Eventually your home is going to be full of screaming babies. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, that is what you're stepping into. You're stepping into the life that you wanted and the life that you've asked for. And Spirit is letting you know that by you stepping out into this playful energy and really cultivating the things that made you happy, picking up your hobbies again, it's going to walk you into meeting these people who are really going to support you on your journey. Whether that is a new partner or whether that's a new group of friends that are going to help you reevaluate and consider and change your perspectives on your partner so that you can have a healthier relationship if it's possible. If your partner is toxic, your partner is toxic, and there's nothing in the world that you can do about that, but they're going to give you the strength to leave that toxic relationship so that you can come into what's meant for you. Like, there are many pathways here to what's meant for you, and Spirit is letting you know that you are walking down that path right now. You just need to take the steps necessary to get back to this playful energy, because that's what's going to catapult you into this growth. Okay, let's get on with the oracle. We have Moon Secrets, such a beautiful card, and Water Element. Oh my gosh. Okay, so another further confirmation that if your sun sign or your moon sign is water, moon sign, like maybe this is specifically for water moon signs, I don't know, but maybe that's indication that if you are a water sun or a water moon, that this reading is definitely for you, because this is you have a lot of emotional depth to you that you are really working through right now, and you kind of like don't understand like why you're this deep and other people aren't. And not in a way of like, sometimes, and it's kind of like a back and forth, like sometimes you're grateful that you're this deep because it makes you feel like maybe not smarter than other people, but like makes you feel like you have this different perspective that maybe other people can't always see, because you approach everything with an incredible like depth and consideration of all the layers, and like with consideration of everything that's in like the depths of the ocean. Like, you know what I mean? I hope like you have a different consideration for other perspectives, and you don't understand how people cannot see things in a deep way that you can, or you have trouble because you're capable of having deep conversation and other people are not, and you're like, what's going on? Like, why do people lack this depth? I'm looking for somebody who's as deep as me. I'm looking for a friend who's as deep as I am. And you're coming into it. You really just need to go back into the things that are feeding your heart. In Moon Secrets here, we have a message of kind of going with the flow and remembering that everything changes and everything is a cycle. Every aspect of life has some sort of cycle that it's going through, and right now you're in a cycle of needing to play and focus on really what is bringing in that like sense of happiness and fulfillment for you. And for like also in this situation, Spirit is asking you to really focus on and take a look at the cycles in your life that maybe continuously repeat and work with the moon to help end the cycles that are no longer serving your highest good. And part of that is the emotional reactions. Part of that is the like coming into your emotional maturity. Work with the cycles of the moon to bring yourself in and out of these energies as you see fit. Every aspect of the moon has some sort of energy that can be worked with, and the moon is really asking you right now to focus in on the cycles of your life that are repeating and need to be broken. Remember, the moon affects earth in the like in tremendous ways. It affects earth, it affects our reproductive cycles, it affects so many things, and it is a constant rotation, a constant cycle, a constant coming in and out of the tides. So just remember to go with the flow and use the moon's energy to help you harness the emotional maturity that you're looking for. Okay, we're going to pull out some tea leaf messages. What messages do we have for pile 3 today? This deck, it can be a little bit mouthy. No disrespect. So let's hope that it is being nice. It likes to be a little mean to me personally. So let's see, what messages do we have for pile 3 for what they need to focus on? Table, hard work ahead. Yeah, this doesn't come easy. Even when it's something that we enjoy, a lot of times it takes, like if we're going back into like working on an instrument or a creative project or venture or whatever's leading you into this, it is going to be hard work. It's not easy. Okay, what other messages do we have for pile 3 here? What else do we need to focus on? Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Okay, so that's confirmation of a new person coming in. Okay, what final message do we have for pile 3? What do they need to focus on? Sorry, I'm trying to feel it out with my fingers. Okay, and a leg. Okay, so like I was saying with the table, this, whatever this is, it is going to take hard work. It's not necessarily going to come easy, and it's going to take you doing a lot of inner work, introspection, journaling, or whatever it is that whatever tool you use to help you release your emotions or help you understand where you're coming from yourself, like whatever it is that you do to release, is you're going to be working in that, and it's going to be hard work, but that's okay. Like, the work is what makes it worth it. Going through the storms and coming out better on the other side is when you get to reflect on how far you've come. And doing this and opening yourself up to these new opportunities and into these new creative ventures or old creative ventures that you're reigniting, whatever it is bringing you into these new experiences of life. Look at all this grass sprouting out as you're stepping into what's going to look like or what's going to be your future. You're stepping into experiences that you did not think possible because you're harvesting your talent again. Something in your energy, something in your past has kept you from being able to focus on the things that made you happy. And you are stepping out of that. You've stepped away from that. You've healed from it, and you're ready to take on those things that really make you feel good again. Whatever that talent is, you're ready to keep working or pick it up again. And in doing all of this, if you come across a dark-haired woman that means something to you, that you create a new relationship with, dark hair or dark complexion, either one or both, or anybody and everybody, however it is confirmation for you, come back to this reading and let that serve as a reminder that you are on the correct path and that all of this is unfolding exactly as it should be. Like, a dark-haired, dark complexion person is your confirmation of this reading, and possibly who you're going to have this deep spiritual loyal connection with, that is really going to help you find this balance and emotional maturity and help you step into. It's either going to be this family person, or it's going to help, they're going to help you find the person that brings you this familial energy, like it's going to bring you into the family and the home that you have pictured. Okay, we are going to put a period on this reading with some color messages. What colors are currently surrounding pile 3? What colors are currently surrounding the individuals who picked pile 3? What messages do they need to hear about what they need to focus on for pile 3? Okay, so we have Sekhmet, fire energy and warrior spirit. Pink, pale pink, gentle loving. And orange, creativity and vitality. Yes. So right now you really need the fire lit under your butt, under all this energy. It's like all this water. It's like, okay, it just came to me. It's like all of this water energy has been putting out your fire. And Sekhmet is like, girl, dude, human, the heck? You need something. You need to tap in to whatever this creative energy is. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. There's no way that I can possibly name it with the limitless possibilities, but you know what it is that is your talent, your goals, your creativity, your words, your creative spirit, whatever that is, whatever that creative energy that really feeds your vitality and really makes you feel happy and bright and colorful and provides you this like sense of gentle loving. Like Sekhmet's like, what happened? Why did you let whatever that was put your fire out? You're under so much water that your fire can't even stay lit. And Spirit is asking you to like come up out of the depths. Like, yes, you're an incredibly deep person. Yes, you have tons of emotions that you are working through and processing and all of that. But right now is the time for you to come up and out of that water and get a fire lit under your butt so that you can come into the things that are going to make you feel whole again. Because I feel like there are parts of you that are fighting to feel alive right now. Fighting, like you're so far under the depths of the water that your fingertips can't quite reach out and let anybody grasp them to pull you out of it. And Spirit is like asking you to have the final bit of strength and energy that it takes to push your own arm up out of the water so that someone, probably this dark-haired person, can come and save you. I mean, you know, you can't depend on another person to save you necessarily, but you know what I mean. Like, whatever this energy is that you're coming into is going to be what makes you feel saved and complete and happy again. And Sekhmet, if you don't have a space set up for Sekhmet yet, or if you don't connect to Sekhmet right now, it's possibly the time to do so. She has an incredibly fighting spirit, incredibly protective warrior energy, and she is ready to break down anything that is in your path, blocking it. So right now, if you don't currently connect to Sekhmet, it may be a time to consider doing so, or maybe setting up a little offering, an altar place to her, or anything like that. Okay, so I think that that's all that I have for you today, Pile 3. Thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. do all the things to make sure that I am catapulted into my own growth as I am taking on my next ventures into my creative insights, I guess. I don't know, I'm losing my words now. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things to help me in my growth. As you see, I am just starting out, and any interaction with my videos is really what's going to help push me forward. I appreciate for you sticking around and hanging out for the reading. Please make sure to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and I will read for you again soon. Bye bye.